Good morning, everyone. I'm Lauren with Such a Voice. I am here this morning with my good pal and audio editor, Alex DeWees.
Hello.
Today, we wanted to talk a little bit about accountability in terms of meeting deadlines. And when you're meeting deadlines while also working with an audio editor, that can kind of change the way that the workflow happens. So, Alex has been kind enough to join us this morning so that he can talk about what he is able to do to help a voiceover actor meet their deadlines, especially when working on long form narration. So, Alex and I have been working for the last month on a really large state of Washington e learning project. And last week, we had a fun instance where the client came back to us and needed us to actually finish a module within 2 days that we had budgeted for a week to finish. So, Alex, why don't you tell us a little bit about the behind the scenes of what I give you and then the magic you do to it?
Absolutely. Yeah. So typically, Lauren will send me a long file that she has split up with markers. So each set of markers kind of represents one slide or one take, and then I will take each one individually. Yeah, you can see right there. So she sets all those markers up for me on the side there, and so I will group all of those slides or those markers together in groups of two to make them into separate slides. And she'll kind of show you there. Yep, just like that. Uh, and then I will name those slides. So slide one, slide two, so on. And then I export all of those into individual files. And then I'll take each one of those individual slides or individual files and I'll do a little bit of some click removal. She does a lot of that on the front end. So I'll do some light click removal, maybe in some cases, some light de-essing. But then what I'll do is I'll bring each file in one at a time into Adobe Audition. I will go through, take out breaths, take out any background noise that might get in the way in the middle of a word or something, some extra clicks and mouth noise that some plugins might not pick up. I want to give her a nice, clean, polished product that she doesn't have to do anything with after the fact, and she can just send it off to her client.
Right. And the other piece that he does, and this is the piece that saves my Batuki every week, is that he will take the script and he will listen to what I have read and make sure that I have actually read the words that are on the script and not words that I have invented like I'm Shakespeare.
Right,
And
right.
Alex, how often, as a professional voice actor who's been doing this for 10 years,
Yeah.
how often do I not read things correctly?
It varies. It's
Oh,
not.
come on, be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay. Well, let's say yesterday, for example, I think I sent you. It was 10 slides. I think I sent you about 5 or 6 pickups for that
That's
one.
right. I'm about 50-50 on the slides for passing quality assurance. So I just wanted to throw that in because I know sometimes people think that that's bad or it means that they're not talented or that they're never going to be professional. And I'm like, nope,
Right.
10 years in, here I am, still
No, it
just
happens
making up
all the
words.
time. Yeah, that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. And I'm glad to be able to be there for you in those situations where I'm able to go in and, just make sure. And sometimes, sometimes there are no mistakes and that's great and we can just move forward. But it definitely does happen where
Yeah.
you have to put something in or fix something.
Absolutely. And so, in terms of workflow, what happens? Let me share my screen again. So, what happens is when we are working on a module, we're working on 27 right now. So, when he is finished with them, any of them that we have pickups on, he'll send them back to me with a special header on it. So, I know I need to do a pickup before sending it to the client. That saves a lot of time, and that is what enables me to then be able to guarantee to the client that I'm going to have them done or uploaded at a certain date. I think that you and I have a pretty good, workflow partnership. Do you think is the most important thing when a voiceover starts to work with an editor, not in terms of technical things, but in terms of
Sure.
communication and that partnership? What's most important, do you think?
I would say making the deadline clear so that even if maybe you don't have a lot of time to spare and you need it back the same day or in a couple hours or something, as long as you make that clear, just open communication is key. I think letting them know what you need, when you need it, and I mean, you really just it's kind of constant communication, I would say. We're emailing each other back and forth 5 to 10 times a day. So I think that's a big key in what makes us work so well together. It's just that constant communication.
Yeah, no, I for sure think that that is the absolute key. Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Alex, for joining us this morning,
absolutely.
and
Happy to be
sharing your
here.
wisdom and knowledge.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon.